everyone. My name is Senior Calori. I'm the president for 145. And fortunately, you can see all the slides behind me, so I will talk very animatedly about them. So, again, Senior Calori, my vice president, Airman Chris Hopper. My secretary is currently on TDY right now, Secretary Steve Liang. Next slide, you can see our beautiful faces. We are made of...
Don't worry, I'm doing the slides.
We are a beautiful bunch there, wallpaper colored. Yeah, so moving right along, some of our highlights. Yeah, it's kind of pointless with that up. But some of our highlights, we've had our first Orm party. That is the first of many, of course. Hoping to make more of these monthly sort of outings. And the key for me isn't necessarily that I have numbers, but that I offer something to our residents. So for the people who may not have been aware of these things before, or even somebody who just wants to get out of the room for 5 minutes, my end goal at this point, not necessarily get those numbers, but just have somebody, if they want it, it's there for them. So that's our key going forward. We also had a campus cleanup, which my guys found a wallet. We're doing pretty well with some tires. Make sure that our folks aren't dumping their oil and car parts around, because I will pick them up and not be pleased about it. And also, we've taken it back to old school messaging in terms of just plastering what I like to refer to as the monthly menu for Dorm 145. It goes from it's kind of looks like a menu you'd get at a restaurant. So I had a little fun with that. Yeah, so we had that. We also, we didn't have a big turnout for our dorm party. It rained a bit, but nonetheless, I will not be deterred. Next slide, if I have it up. Bam, there it is. Some of our highlights. One quick thing that I'd like to mention, and I'm going to pass these out a little bit later once we have the official one. But abrightspot.org is a great resource for any of you guys who have airmen in the dorms. That essentially what this program is, they'll write letters from back home in the U.S. and for people who may not be getting out that much, who don't have those connections. For me, it was a big thing because we all have tough times, and to have somebody from back home show that they care really meant a lot to me. So I'm going to show those cards in a bit here. But moving forward, so a lot of big changes, small changes too. We're finally getting those computers. Those computers are in work. Staffs are in LABA is heading that up. Let's see. Yep, we've got our monthly meetings initiated, welcoming more people out. Yeah, I think the theme of this is generally like more monthly meetings, more things that aren't as disparate as they used to be, yeah, just getting everything sorted out that we wanted before. I know this one isn't usually as coherent as my last one, but yeah. I think some of our challenges for the upcoming future. With the closure of the DFAC, a lot of us are going to be impacted by it, a lot of our folks. So anything that we can do and that the NCOs can do to help us and help our people plan for that, I think is going to be huge. Right now, of course, everybody only has a limited amount of kitchen space, so it'll be important for us to sort of game plan that as a team. Yeah, Bay Chief responsibility, since we've had we're no longer having our Bay Chiefs do that aspect. There's been a question floated about that, about what their responsibilities are. And we've kind of addressed that a little bit, but maybe we can develop that a little bit more so our Bay Chiefs are utilized a little bit more. But yeah, aside from that, we have some good future plans. I very much look forward to getting more people involved. Maybe we can expand out the dorm party into a block party. Just these small changes that I talked about, a couple meetings for the IDC before, that's the plan. Just keep moving forward and keep making these small changes.